81 raised to the power of square root of x is equal to 243 raised to the power x under square root. We have to find the value of x. Can you solve it? Pause the video and let me know your answer in the comment section. So first of all, let's understand what does square root means. When a is under square root, a is raised to the power of 1 upon 2. So whenever we have to remove the square root, what we can do, we can square both the sides. When we square it, it means it is raised to the power of a raised to the power of 1 upon 2 times 2. Then this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. So we can remove the square root when we square it. Now here, let's try to remove the square root from the right hand side. So we have to square both the sides. So squaring both the sides, 81 raised to the power of square root of x, then raised to the power of 2 is equal to 243 raised to the power x under square root raised to the power of 2. Now remove the square root with the square, and this side here, when a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n, this is equal to a raised to the power m times n. So this will be 81 raised to the power of 2 times square root of x. This side 243 raised to the power of x. Now 81 we can write it as 3 raised to the power 4, then whole raised to the power 2 times square root of x is equal to 243. If we factorize it, it is equal to 3 raised to the power 5. Then whole raised to the power x, again using the identity a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m times n. This side we can write 3 raised to the power 4 times 2 is 8 times square root of x is equal to 3 raised to the power of 5 times x is 5x. Now both the bases are same, and there is a rule: if a raised to the power m is equal to a raised to the power n and a is not equal to 0 or 1, then m is equal to n. Then exponents are equal. That means this is equal to this. Therefore, we can write 8 times square root of x is equal to 5x. Again, we can square both the sides to remove the square root from the left hand side. So this is 8 square times square root of x square, because when a times b raised to the power m, it is equal to a raised to the power m times b raised to the power m. So this square is also over 8 and this square root of x, and this side also 25x square. 8 square is 64. We can remove the square root with the square. So 64x is equal to 25x square. Divide both the sides by x. So this will be 64. X and x gets cancelled, and this side x square divided by x will be x, 25x. Now divide both the sides by 25. This and this gets cancelled. So x is equal to 64 upon 25. This is the solution. There is one more way where we can find the solution for x from here. Given 64x is equal to 25x square. Okay. Then we can write 64x minus 25x square is equal to 0. Forming an equation, we can take x as common and write 64 minus 25x is equal to 0. Now this means there are two solutions: x is equal to 0 or 64 minus 25x is equal to 0. Here 64 is equal to 25x or x is equal to 64 upon 25. So you see, one solution is correct for x is equal to 64 is equal to 25. Another solution is x is equal to 0. We can verify for both the solutions. Let's say when x is 0. So 81 raised to the power of square root of 0 is equal to 243 raised to the power of 0 under square root. We put the value of x as 0. Square root of 0 is 0, so 81 raised to the power 0, 243 raised to the power 0 will be 1, because when a is raised to the power 0, value is 1. So 1 under square root, here also 81 raised to the power 0 is 1, 1 is equal to 1. So x can be 0. Now when x is equal to 64 upon 25, let's check. 81 raised to the power of 64 upon 25 is equal to 243 raised to the power of 64 upon 25 under square root. Check whether LHS is equal to RHS. 64 under 25 under square root means 64 upon 25 under square root means 8 square upon 5 square under square root is equal to 243 is 3 raised to the power 5, then times 64 upon 25, then 5 times 5 is 25. This side also 81 is 3 raised to the power 4, then times 8 upon 5, remove the square root with the square. So this is 3 raised to the power 32 upon 5, and this side 3 raised to the power 64 upon 5, and square root means it is raised to the power of 1 upon 2. Then 2 times 32 is 64. So this side is also 3 raised to the power 32 upon 5. LHS is equal to RHS. Answer is verified.